Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. There was this guy who used to present on Insanity. He had this like really like deep, like weird robotic American accent, and he'd be like, "Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Insanity Radio 102.3 FM." Anyways, welcome back, guys. It's the D-Whyte show. Welcome back to the show. We're still with Kieran and James Thompson and Yannick. And we have just not been chatting about Corona, and we have been trying to.
Yeah, I think we've moved on.
Yeah, we've moved on from that, and we really want this show just to be something that takes your mind off it, because I know fear is really just mass and panic in this moment. And I
have some good news. Frozen 2 is out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is out. Yeah, it's true.
It's out.
It hasn't been delayed.
Frozen 2. No. 3 months early. Disney went, you know what? I'll give you some hope. Frozen 2.
So good.
Come on, we can watch that soon.
That's right.
And Star Wars, there was something else.
Star Wars is out.
Yeah.
But a lot of productions are stopped. But
I can imagine.
We won't notice it because it's not ready to be shown anywhere.
Yeah. So we are just gonna have a whole lot of footage to watch on Netflix. I'm sure you haven't watched everything on Netflix already.
So true.
There's so much to watch.
You know what I watched the other day? Oh my gosh!
Is it the Gabriel?
I nearly cried. I didn't, but I
What was it?
Gabriel Fernandez.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It struck a chord. It's basically about this 8-year-old boy who had basically gone through child abuse in the worst way. Like he was tortured in every way for 8 months. So he was living with his uncles. Then he got his grandparents started looking after him. Both of them in good homes. Then he went to go live back with his mum, who was living with her boyfriend, and both of them were crazy. And they were basically torturing him, and he passed away. And I watched 6-part. I was like, why am I watching this? It was that raw, and you're like, you start seeing it, and then I was going to bed, and I was like, you know what? I need to get this out of my head now.
I had a friend who watched the first 10 minutes and then couldn't hack it.
Yep,
and she was like,
I watched The Stranger. I haven't seen that. Have you guys seen The Stranger?
No, I've been told.
I've heard that's good.
Oh, you should. It's good.
Yeah.
It's it has a satisfying end.
Yeah. I feel like the show he's talking about is on the When They See Us sort of vibe. Like, you know, like that kind of like deep impact in real life.
Yeah, like When They See Us, I did the trick of watching it twice, and I don't know why I did that. Like I was showing someone, oh, you should watch this, and then I ended up going, why am I watching this again? Because then you get the same emotion coming up. You're like, why did I? No one told me, and then now I'm just I'm stuck.
The same anger and frustration.
Yeah.
Well. It's absolutely crazy, but just make sure you find stuff you can enjoy. Yeah.
Like
in this time,
Brooklyn
Nine-Nine is my go-to.
The new
Life
season's
is
coming
so
out.
deep.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the thing.
New season's coming
Season
out.
6 is coming to Netflix.
Yeah, it's coming on Netflix.
Finally, at the best time.
And I was waiting. I was like, I'm gonna wait till it comes to Netflix.
100%. So if you're in isolation, go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'm on season 7. Just want to say.
Okay, first of all, you didn't have
just
to
want to let you all know I'm up to date.
No one asked for that.
Just letting you know it's great.
How did you watch it?
Jake and Amy are good.
How did you watch
from
it?
From some platforms that I'm not allowed to announce on air. We got sent the screeners from the Brooklyn from NBC.
Did we?
We got sent screeners from NBC.
Exclusive.
But it's absolutely great that we have comedies and things that can take our minds off in situations like this, because I just watch comedies these days because life is too deep.
I need to laugh.
You need your modern family.
My favourite film?
Well, no. Okay, that's such a broad question. What's your go-to film?
Favourite film is easier.
Okay, favourite film then.
Okay. My favourite, I have 2.
Okay, go on, hit us.
So my favourite film is White Chicks.
Yeah, 100%.
That's her favourite film.
100%.
However, Lion King is a way of life. The 1994 Lion King.
I don't approve of the new one.
I still haven't watched it.
No, neither have I, and that's why I don't approve of it. Because they all look lifelike.
Yeah, it looks like I'm watching the National Geographic channel.
Simba looks the same way when he was born and when Mufasa dies.
100%.
They're 2 different moments.
I need to see the pain, the anguish.
100%, because that's what we grew up on. The depth of his
deception. Disgrace. You need to see it all. But I get that. White Chicks is absolutely amazing. That's a film.
So funny.
That's a film you want to watch right now. Have you watched White Chicks?
Sequel, I'm checking. I'm searching this up.
Oh, the sequel's been up and down and yes and no.
I just want.
Terry Crews said yes, and then Marlon Wayans was like, maybe not, and I don't know.
Do you think sometimes they just make sequels for the sake of it and they need to stop?
Yeah, like we didn't need 4 Home Alones.
No, do you know what? We needed it at 2. Stop.
I think that's 5.
Yeah. There's 5.
Yeah.
Oh no, 2 was enough.
Straight to DVD one.
And even then, the second one just wasn't as good as the first. It was still good, but it wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
And we didn't need 5 Shreks
I think
either.
they're doing a.
Oh my gosh.
Shrek
I just
after
want to let you
Shrek
know,
2.
Insanity are obsessed with Shrek.
Yeah,
like
they
you
love
can
it.
see all the Shrek stuff outside.
Really? No, sorry
They-
guys. You didn't need 5.
100%. But
Didn't need
I will
5.
say what my favorite animated. Actually, there's a few animated sequels because normally they get worse. The ones that have got better. Kung Fu Panda
Kung Fu Panda, I'll agree with that.
and Toy Story. Toy Story 4, I didn't think I needed until I watched it, and then I went, it's everything I need.
I have not seen Toy Story 4 yet.
Okay,
Ooh, bro, you need to.
it's so good. I'm gonna let you off.
Yeah. It's a wholesome ending. I remember I was in Singapore and like I was in one of the taxi drivers and his son made him like the one of the characters from
Forky.
from Toy Story, and then it was like literally in his car like it is in the actual film. No spoilers. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know, my son made this for me." I was like, "Oh, have you watched Toy Story 4?" He was like, "No." And then I explained to him the whole film, and he was like, "Oh." And so I like to think that
You've made a difference in the world.
You've made an impact in his life.
from Toy Story 4, and I've made him love his
100%.
child
In 10
more.
years' time, he's be like, there was that man in the back of my car.
And he spoke with
Changed
him.
my life.
And now
Whispered
Forky-
words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Let it be.
And now I love my child more.
100%.
And so I like to think that's my impact in the world, and that's great. James, let us. How much impact you've made so far has been absolutely incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Did you like that segue?
I did like that segue. I thought you were going to ask me what impact have I made, and I was about to be like,
What have you made in life? Yeah,
You
100%.
well, I'm telling you that you have made some incredible impact, and tell us about your journey so far. Like for people who are tuning in right now, and you're like,
And you're allowed
James
to name
Thompson?
drop.
I'm allowed to
You're
name
allowed
drop.
to
You
name
are
drop.
allowed.
Just
You
because
guys
of
know I won't name drop.
That's why I said you're allowed.
can you name drop? Because I can get ready for a few
would you
kitchens.
would you like every now and then us just to throw things in there for you?
Yeah, but you guys are going to do that anyway, even if I say no.
That's why I was just giving you a heads up.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
100%.
So what was the question?
What have you done?
What
Tell us.
about my
What-
journey? Who was
your journey.
My
Tell
journey.
us about.
Tell us about, little 8-year-old James.
little 8-year-old James?
Walking around like, I want to sing.
I want to sing.
Yep.
So I mean, as an 8-year-old, I wanted to be a Power Ranger Monday to Friday,
100%.
and then a worship leader Saturday to
Can I
Sunday.
ask you one question?
Yeah.
What color Power Ranger?
Oh, red.
Okay.
He was the leader.
Okay.
Yeah, and he had all that extra cool stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, here I grew up in church. And that's pretty much where I learned how to sing, play drums, like speak publicly, all of that stuff. Build friendships, definitely learned that from church, which helped because my primary school, I was like the only black kid in my class, and for a moment the only black kid in my school. So that was an interesting experience, especially going to an all black church and then contrasting that with an all white school. And so I think definitely learned how to build relationships, which has helped me now on a professional level. And that professional level is I am a backing vocalist. I'm a singer full time because I do like function stuff and backing vocals for various projects and whatnot.
Various
like
projects
what?
Just various projects.
like
Didn't he do Lion King?
what was it? Yeah.
Or was it Rocket Man?
Was it?
Or was it the Brits?
Or was it? Did he do some stuff with Emily?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think, and wasn't he on that show All Together Now?
Wait.
Oh, he was.
Oh my gosh.
And didn't he do?
Hasn't there like stuff for the BBC too?
Oh, and he did Britain's Got Talent, and he
yeah.
sang. Okay.
Wait, wasn't on the Brits? Wasn't Stormzy there? Wasn't
he
that-
was.
Yeah.
So anyway, just a few projects.
Just a few.
Yeah, no. So I've honestly,
What's been the highlight so far?
the
if
highlight.
you could pick one.
So my favorite project. Oh
you know
God,
the things
English.
Project.
My favorite project to date has to be. That's a really good question. What's my favorite project to date? It's probably the Just Eat advert. Only because
I forgot about that one.
We didn't even mention that.
I love that
so
one.
everyone has YouTube, right? Can you give us a little snippet of?
no.
Basically,
How does it go again? Everybody.
Wait. I know it. Oh my gosh.
You know that when it was on YouTube,
Did
it's
somebody
on
say
TV.
Just Eat?
Did somebody say
that?
Just Eat? That's yeah.
Somebody
say
say and then,
Just Eat.
Yeah, and James is there throughout the whole thing. His voice.
Yeah, all the
Did
male
somebody
vocals are
say
me.
Just Eat?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely been a highlight for me. Emily Sandé's album, that was a highlight as
Yeah.
well. Backing vocals you'll hear on like X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
What else? Rocket Man. So I did a lot of the vocals for Rocket Man. And if you look carefully, I'm actually in the film.
Ooh.
If you look carefully, real carefully.
I still haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
So that's all right. Yeah, and so I think there's two things people kind of recognize me from. One is from the BBC show All Together Now.
Yeah.
That aired 2 years ago now, 2018. So I was on the first season. I finished in second place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should have been the winner. I just want to say that.
We're just gonna drop that there.
We're gonna drop that there.
We're just gonna drop that there for the BBC.
I plead the fifth.
That's right. That's right.
And the other show on BT.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
why do you remember that?
He went there.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get away with that. So there was. Oh, jeez.
This other show. We don't need to name it if you don't want to name it.
So might as well. You've said it now, innit? Sunday Best. So I was on season 9 of Sunday Best, which was another singing show that didn't go as well as the other one, but you know.
When you were one of the only internationals there.
I was the only international there.
Like, didn't you just
So
make
even
it
to
from
get
like
there-
the whole?
I thought
like,
you was gonna say
world.
something that I told you that you can't say.
No, I wasn't gonna.
I got a bit nervous then. Oh, I'm still within my contract with them.
Are you?
Yes, it's a year long.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
so yeah, so that was the other show I did, and then you probably see me on Songs of Praise or
Yeah.
just behind one of an artist or something doing backing vocals.
How have you found? Because obviously you've done all these projects. Did you expect to get all these projects? What is it like when all of a sudden this opportunity comes up and then another one comes up? How are you feeling when it comes to that?
I'm always in a state of gratitude, because I remember being 21, and at this point I've been searching for a job for ages, like anything, McDonald's, Greg's, anything, like clean a job out of school. I was like, I will take anything, because I was at uni, and you already know, like, uni life is hard life, fam. Do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to work. I wanted to earn, especially as a man, I wanted to earn my keep. I wanted to earn money. And my little sisters got jobs before me, my little cousins got jobs before me, and I was like, this is madness now. I've been trying to find a little corner shop job since I was 15, and I'm now 21. And so yeah, and then all of a sudden I had a guy that runs a function band approached me, and so I was doing weddings and stuff, and then I got approached to do like some guides for an album, and then my first big session was for Stormzy on X Factor.
How was that?
That was great. That was really great. And then like the same week I did backing vocals for X Factor, then I did X Factor again, then I did Stormzy again, and then it snowballed. Then I was doing the Brit Awards with Justin Timberlake and LCGC Choir.
I forgot about that. He
and
did that
then
too.
Obviously All Together Now aired, which everyone asked me, what did you get from All Together Now? And I say it was networking. So that I met a vocal coach there who put me in contact with Kylie Minogue's MD, who then brought me on a session, met someone on there. That's how I got the Gisty advert, and that's how I got the Lion King stuff as well. And so I'm always in a state of gratitude. I never take it for granted, especially being self-employed.
Do you ever feel unworthy in those moments? Like, can I live up to what I'm about to do?
Yeah, 100%. But I just feel like that as a creative anyway, just as a singer. Because I always tell people, you guys are gonna make fun of me now. So I always say, and I don't say this from a place of insecurity, I don't think I'm that great of a vocalist. Like, I think I'm good enough to get, like, I think I'm good, like, I'm alright, I'm cool. But I wouldn't say, oh yeah, like, I'm a vocalist, like, I'm a dope singer. I wouldn't say that.
He says this,
like, I think
He always says this.
in a minute.
But you guys know that I mean it though.
Yeah,
I don't.
100%.
Like, that's just how I feel, and I don't say that from like, oh, you know,
Trying to be humble.
yeah. It's I feel like it's
False
just facts.
humility, yeah. It's
like the grass is green. Like, it is what it is. You work with what you've been given, innit?
Yeah. And last year you did was it last year you released a single? Was it just over a
I
year?
had to think about that.
Just over a year?
Last year, yeah, just January. I actually put it out on my birthday last year.
Wow.
Go on, tell us about Conqueror.
Conqueror. So Conqueror actually took me 5 years to write.
5.
Some people say, oh, why does it take so long to write a song? Because there were so many different versions. But Conqueror evolved as I evolved. And Conqueror grew as I grew. So as I grew as a person, as I kind of shed insecurities and shed old thought patterns, Conqueror changed and changed and changed until it became kind of like an anthem for my life.
And what was it like dropping it?
It was exciting, especially. So what had happened is when I was 18, what had happened was when I was 18, I actually put it out and then took it down.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh my God.
I remember. Yeah. I remember hearing the original. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I played to the original. Oh, the original was
He was at my house and I was like, you're not
awful.
leaving until you show me this.
It was awful. And a friend actually said to me, I said, oh, can you promote this on your Facebook? And he said, no. I said, it's not finished yet.
Wow.
And it was tough love at the time, but I'm glad he
You
did.
need those people
I
in your
need
life.
it.
Yeah.
You need no people in your life.
Real love.
So shout out to you, Seth Pinnock.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing,
And
amazing.
you're doing a tour with him now at the moment.
Well, I mean, we have been doing a tour, but in light of, we'll see. We've got to see what happens now because of coronavirus.
Well, let's listen to Conqueror. We'll be right back with James on the show.